kind of raved about you the other day and how the off season's gone for you. Have you been a little bit more hungry this time around?
I mean, it's really not, I wouldn't say hungry, just progressing to get better, just the will and want to get better every day and just raise my teammates up and just make us all, raise the standard pretty much.
What was your conversation in Coach Campbell's office when you have your end of season meeting in December? What did you guys talk about?
Really just like the overall season and, like how we finished and like how it all started. And so pretty much just like an overview. I'm not going to go into details because we had a long conversation because, really he just told me to, come back ready to work, and so far I think I've been doing that.
He said some people who've been through, what the type of season, the ups and downs, might leave. What made you stay?
You have to start where you have to finish where you start, and that's always one thing I prided myself on, and my parents have told me that as well. Just hearing that voice in the back of my head, you can't leave, you got to stick it out because times are always going to be tough, or times are tough, you just have to keep on pushing through it.
Was it something you ever contemplated doing, leaving?
No, not really. After a few conversations with my mom and dad, they told me to stay, but I really thank them because they had my back 100%, and I'm just really thankful for that.
Coach Campbell said when you guys, people go through peaks and valleys, that kind of helps them really kind of, maybe humble themselves and kind of get back. Do you think that you really had some peaks and valleys last year?
Yeah, definitely. It didn't go how I wanted, but, you can only learn and get better, and, I think adversity brings out the best in people. So.
When you look back on last season, how difficult was it, just not from a playing standpoint, but then just mentally everything you went through?
It was tough, but, I don't want to say that, football has actually made me mentally tough, and, mentally tough things are always going to be there. It's never going to go away, so you have to learn how to train your mind and, feed your mind positive thoughts and just keep on believing in yourself and, taking the advice of others around you.
How different does it feel where last year you went in as the starter, where now, David's kind of the top guy now?
We're going to push each other every day. You just have to, like I said, you just have to go out there and keep getting better. And, you can't let, the depth chart affect how you practice. You can be salty about it, or you can just keep on, progressing, teaching each other and helping each other.
Mike, the offense overall, you've been around a while now. Is this, do you feel like this group is as good as it's been since you've been here?
I think so. I think we're way better. And, just at this point last year during spring practice, these guys are way more locked in and way more focused. I think it's a pretty good go this season.
Is getting back to that freshman year where you rush for over 1,000 yards something that motivates you?
Yeah and no, because you never want to. Like my freshman year, I was just out there running around and doing whatever it was. And this year it's more about just the team. You got to go out there. You have to make it to a bowl game. We have to all give it our best. So I'm out here playing for these guys.
How have you changed since last year to this year, or maybe just over the years?
I'd say I'm a lot more mature, and you can't let like small things affect you. You have to keep on grinding through them.
Injury-wise, how much did getting hurt early hold you back, and how much did those months off maybe get you to full strength going into the spring?
Getting injured was definitely tough. It was something I had never experienced. Well, not an injury like that, but the months off that I had, I just kept working at it, kept getting stronger and stronger, and I think it's been paying off so far.
You mentioned before.
What game did you get injured?
Kansas State.
What was that again? Was it an ankle?
Yeah, high ankle sprain.
You mentioned before Texas Tech that you're really going to try to go out there and fight it. How frustrating was it trying to play with that?
I can't really be mad about it because I can say that I actually went out there and tried to play instead of wanting to baby it. It's probably dumb on my part back then, but I think it's been a really humbling experience.
What have you learned the most from all this?
What have I learned the most? Just keep on believing in yourself, really, and no matter what people say, you just have to block it out and have a streamline of where you want to go and what you want to do.
David said that you helped him a lot last year. What made you want to bring along those freshmen?
You know, like I said before, you know, it's the team aspect. You can't just, you know, it's not all about you. It's like those guys are going to play eventually, and they're going to have to get better somehow. And, you know, they can't do it themselves. Like, you can't do anything yourself. It's a team game, and you have to tell them out everything you know and help them out.
All right, Mike, thank you.
Thanks.